The Old Man and the Leaves of Gold. Every morning at sunrise, the people of Maple Street would see the old man walking slowly toward the park, a burlap sack slung over his shoulder. His back was bent, his hair white as snow, and his shoes were worn thin. No one knew his name. They simply called him the Leaf Collector. He had been doing it for as long as anyone could remember. Children who once laughed at him had grown into adults, raising their own children who now watched the old man wander through the park. His ritual never changed. He walked to the oldest oak tree, the one with branches stretching like arms into the sky. Beneath it, every autumn, the leaves would fall, shimmering gold in the morning sun. He would crouch slowly, pick up each leaf with trembling hands, and place it carefully into his sack. "Why does he do it?" the shopkeeper asked one day. "No idea," said another. "Probably just crazy." Old folks cling to strange habits. But the old man never explained. He never asked for help, never spoke of his collection. He only nodded politely when people greeted him, then returned to his work. Years passed and the seasons turned. The sack grew heavier, yet he carried it home without complaint. Inside his small, weathered house, stacks of golden leaves filled the rooms. Some he pressed flat between books, others he framed on the walls, and still more he piled gently in wooden crates that lined the hallway. One winter, a boy named Samuel grew curious. Unlike the adults, he wasn't content with gossip. He decided to follow the old man after school. Through the frosty air, Samuel trailed him at a distance. He watched as the man bent to gather leaves, whispering softly to each one before tucking it away. Finally, Samuel asked, "Why do you collect them?" The old man looked up, startled. His eyes, though tired, shone bright as amber. "Because they're pieces of people," he said. Samuel frowned. "People? But they're just leaves." The old man smiled faintly. "Not to me. Every leaf carries a memory. If you listen closely, you can hear their stories." He held one out to Samuel. The boy pressed it to his ear, expecting silence. Instead, he swore he heard faint laughter, like children playing far away. His eyes widened. "See," the man whispered. "That one belongs to a girl who loved to swing in this park. She grew up, moved away, but the tree remembers her joy." Samuel shivered, though not from the cold. "Do all the leaves have memories?" "Yes," the man said. "Every autumn, the tree lets them go, but I keep them safe. Someday, when people forget who they once were, the leaves will remind them." From that day, Samuel often helped the old man. He carried extra sacks, pressed the leaves flat, and listened to their faint whispers. He learned stories of lovers who carved initials into bark, of soldiers who kissed their wives goodbye beneath the oak, of children who climbed too high and laughed until they fell into soft grass. The town still mocked the leaf collector, but Samuel knew better. One spring morning, the old man did not appear. Neighbors assumed he was sick. Samuel hurried to the little house and found him lying in bed, frail but smiling. The crates of golden leaves surrounded him, glowing in shafts of sunlight. "It's time," the man said weakly. "I've carried the memories long enough. Now they belong to you." Tears filled Samuel's eyes. "But I don't know how." "You already do," the old man whispered. He placed a single leaf in Samuel's hand. "Listen." And then he closed his eyes, his breath fading like a leaf drifting to the ground. The townspeople held a small funeral, nothing grand. Few attended. They said he was strange but harmless. Only Samuel knew the truth. That autumn, the boy, now a young man, was seen in the park at sunrise, a burlap sack over his shoulder. He picked up each golden leaf, whispering softly before tucking it away. Children laughed at him, just as their parents had laughed before. But Samuel didn't mind. He had heard the stories. He had felt the lives woven into each leaf. And on quiet nights, in his little house lined with crates of gold, he would press a leaf to his ear and hear the old man's voice, gentle and steady. "Memories never die, Samuel. They only wait for someone to carry them." So the tradition lived on. Year after year, the leaves kept falling, and Samuel kept collecting. One day, when his back bent and his hair turned white, another curious child would ask the same question, and he would answer with the same faint smile, "Because they're pieces of people."